Okay, the next step of today's lesson was getting something to the headphones or to the Foldback amp and then to next door in the live room. So I've still got my mix coming on to 15 and 16. Just going to double check it's still there. So I've got my sound coming in. I know it's arriving into the control room. I want to get it next door so I can plug a set of headphones in and they get the same signal as me. So I'm going to look at the top of this channel strip. I can see that every channel in here has a little pair of auxes called QA and QB. Whenever you see the word Q, that basically just means headphones in a recording or a sound desk concept. First thing I need to do is tell the console, right? So Foldback 1 is the output for headphones on this console. I need to tell Foldback 1 that it's going to receive its signal from QA and QB. And in this case, QA is going to be the left side of the mix, QB is going to be the right side of the mix. I'm going to bring my overall fallback level up to about 3 o'clock, which will give me plenty of headroom for anything they need next door. And then looking up at this section, which is my auxiliary masters for this desk, I'm going to do the same thing for QA and B auxiliary masters, so putting them both to 3 o'clock. I've now opened the channel between the sound desk or the Audient and the headphone amp next door. So all I need to do now is revisit my channels. So I'm looking at 15 and 16 again. And all I've got to do is you've got to imagine that QA and B are just little mini faders per channel. So I'm just going to bring up QA for the left side of the mix, and I'm going to bring up QB for the right side of the mix. If I look at my headphone amp now, I've got some signal coming in via Foldback 1 to the headphone amp. We can see visually that is quite loud, and if I turn it up, it's really loud. So I'm just going to back it down a little bit from my main output, and I can even do it on the headphone amp itself. What you're looking for in this headphone amp is 3 or 4 bars of green. That'll be a nice healthy amount of level. Anything more than that, it's just getting really, really loud and quite damaging for the people's hearing next door. One more thing to mention about headphones is this little button here which says pre on it. That button is basically allowing us to send a signal before it gets to the faders on the main desk. So having that button in means that I can do whatever I like to my mixing, and it isn't going to affect what they're getting on the headphone app. They're getting a consistent and strong signal from the desk that isn't interrupted by me. Only other bit this might change is you might press the SF buttons in if you're sending them a direct signal of something from the live room, like a microphone. But in this context, in today's context, I don't have to have them in, just got to have the pre buttons in, and then we turn up A and we turn up B for left and right.